Alright, explanation for why I'm having to redo this segment. Yep, you heard me, I had to redo the segment. Annoying, isn't it? But before I can do that, hold on. Okay, so as I was saying, yeah, I'm having to redo this because Hypercam is being really evil for unknown reasons. So, let's just continue on with the plot because, believe it or not, this is our first boss, if you want to call it a boss battle. And oh hey look, a guy who looked completely gray and like he almost has a skull for a head. Yeah, like I said, detail in this game not very good, except in the background. So yeah, you kind of have to fight this guy. Problem is, as you'll see very soon, he's impossible to beat with just these two characters. Pretty much this is a impossible battle. Mostly because he has a stupid strong magic attacks, and remember, all enemies always take 1 damage from these attacks. And also he has some very powerful melee attacks otherwise, so you're done for it. This battle is not possible otherwise. Fire does a set amount of damage. I mean, even if you can get to attack him, which I pretty much always do, because they have some very low infantry with him, he's gonna beat you, like right now. Yeah, and so you're wondering why there was desync in the first 2 parts. I tried my best with Virtual Dub to fix it. Even Virtual Dub couldn't fix it, which is sad because it was able to fix the other thing before, and that was and again with a very badly timed sound effect. Yeah, and this guy is able to, and another battle. Since it's hopeless anyway, and that was a very low power flood, I'm probably not even gonna beat these guys. Nope, I beat at least 1. Yeah, this is another battle that you cannot win. So yeah, lovely, wasn't it? Don't worry, they don't really count as game overs, just these are plot driven. And now for some reason this guy sent out an arrow, and it unleashed the power of the blue orb, and with her magical elf powers, she sends it all the way to here. And oh, hey look, it's the main character. Totally not noticed. And so he's in this shady forest area, and the plot kind of takes over from here. So I guess I'll explain some stuff while the plot's going on. Just know this, it's just some characterization and stuff shown in the movie. This guy, Eragon, he's poor. Yeah, he's definitely this guy. You know, he's in a hunting family, he's living with his uncle, probably because his dad's in the military. I think that was explained in the movie, because there's some big war going on. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. Basically, this guy hates the stone because it came from the spine, and, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, Hypercam's being very stupid. When I was doing my Metroid Zero Mission 1, I had a higher quality option, which was record 30 frames per second, which was fine. I mean, it didn't cause much audio desync, and it always fixed itself in the middle of the video. For some reason, when it was playing this game, it could not time it right. I don't know why, but it didn't seem like it had ever fixed itself. So yeah, and then I noticed when I was looking back on those videos, the quality wasn't that much improved anyway. It was still kind of the same. So I decided to put it back to the original 10 frames per second. Hopefully the audio desync will go away. I don't know. This might be a problem just this game has, which would be sucky because then I couldn't play this very fun game otherwise. Oh yeah, now you have control over Eragon. Now I would explain some more stuff with Eragon, but the game kind of explains a lot of stuff later on anyway. So you go home and more characterization takes place, because this is his uncle who just had his share change from brown to gray in the middle of walking, which is pretty impressive. So yeah, title's definitely going to include something about the plot, because the first time I tried this, I was just so bored because I didn't have anything to talk about, and the plot was just going on and on and on. Here comes one of the weird dream sequences. Apparently, always being a main character, as said in the Warrior series, you always have strange dreams. Strange dreams about your future and destiny. Yay. And so, since he doesn't know these people, they're gonna be called There's a Dark Figure, and Arya's gonna be Beautiful Woman. The first time I was like, she's not a beautiful woman, she's Arya. Which kind of sounded mean, but oh well. So, life's just continuing on as normal for Eragon. Then it's like, wait, that seems so real. Unrealistic sighting. And now Roran, his cousin, is downstairs. And I won't explain his story until later on, because it's actually plot-driven in this game. And hi there, you're right in front of me, Uncle. I can't see Katrina. Katrina's just kind of the pretty girl in the story. And, yeah. For some reason I thought Roran was Eragon's brother. But, no. That's not it. Katrina's also the regular explaining how the game works. She's explaining the equipment, like equipping different stuff. And yeah, she can fight with kitchen knives, which is kind of scary, because she works for her father, who's the guy that didn't accept the sapphire because it was in the, as he called it, the spine, which is a bad part of the forest, if I remember from the movie correctly. And in this game, it's also where stronger enemies are. Now you got this nice happy music, and then banjo. It sounds like a banjo, at least. And it might as well give my explanations. Yeah, focus, you change your focus by pressing A and choosing the available ones. Eragon is able to choose from all these. He can't choose magic just yet, but magic, leveling that up, which comes from leveling up, you can take less damage from using magic attacks, and also you can read books in the overworld, which kind of a spoiler, but you see it in about 2 seconds anyway, so might as well spoil it now. Herbal focus, that's good for finding herbs and making potions, as it's said down there. It's kind of one of the least useful of them because it doesn't help you in battle much except for the items you make. Making items is kind of explained later on. Weapon, that allows you to get much more attack, and also you get to learn special attacks, which is combos. Endurance, you have the ability to take more hits, and from what I can see, you get more speed, which is odd. And you get to break boxes in the overworld. Most of these have some kind of overworld used, well, all of them really. And this one allows you to track footprints to get you some items, and also for archery weapons. Yeah, that's also a way you can get to see your attacks. Now that I think about it, I should probably look at them. Yeah, you only get 2 for now, but, stuff. And stat management is very important in this game because it has overworld and battle uses. Definitely change Eragon's to weapon. And Katrina, you want her to be at least level 5 in weapons and 15 in herbal, meaning getting her 20 would be good, because then you can get most, if not all, of the herbs around and make some good items. And Roran, well, he can only use weapon and endurance, so I guess 10 of each would do fine. Main thing about Eragon, his strongest weapons are in actual weapons, which is melee attacks, basically. So you definitely want to have him be in weapon. Endurance, he does have a few good bows, but after that, like I said, his best weapons are in here anyway, so I would recommend you get this. And he actually uses magic pretty well, but there's somebody else that you can use magic later on in the game. And yeah, you need some high hunting. It'll tell you what level you need, have some of your focuses in before you can do certain stuff. This guy won't fight you until you get enough weapon focus. And this girl, it will tell you how to make stuff, but first you gotta get basil and dust. You have to get a couple of things, and here you can immediately use your tracking. Thing is, that enemy is actually a lot stronger than you would think, and you're way too under level at this point, so don't do it like I did. And so I would recommend doing what that girl told you, and collecting all the herbs you can. So now they've got all the herbs you can before you drive on the plot anymore. Talking to her, she'll explain how to make herbs, and depending on if you have the herbs, you just select more, the two numbers. One is how many ingredients you're making, and the other side is how many total potions you have. It costs gold, but trust me, in this game you can get gold extremely easily. Different potions are made from using that, and can I break this yet? No. Alright, so time to drive on the plot. So yeah, he wants us to work, and he also teaches us how to forge, which is probably one of the most broken things in the game later on, once you get some really good forging stuff. Basically, if you have certain items to use, then you can equip it onto him, use a stone or whatever other item it is, and it costs a certain amount of money to do certain things. And you know, you just get the forging items in various ways in the game. And one last thing I wanted to do to drive on the plot, yeah, they give you something, and they don't leave town, so it's just a game of hide and seek, and next time I guess we'll be doing that.